Another very simple tactic that your team can employ, especially if you guys are advertising and promoting any of your higher ticket services in your practice. So if you're selling cosmetic dentistry, or if you are selling implants or braces or orthodontic care, I guess like in general, right? Any of these higher end services that you might be offering, this absolutely should be something you guys are employing in some fashion or another inside of your follow-up. When you are calling, texting, emailing, all that type of stuff, when you finally get a hold of somebody, you guys should have some type of a pre-qualification form or series of questions that you ask on the phone. These are absolutely vital. I'm amazed how many practices do not have this. They're really, really important to make sure that when you guys end up booking someone on your dentist schedule, the number one, they're going to show up because you've kind of started that conversation. You've started to set expectations. But number two, when they show up, they're going to be an actual good fit for your practice. Like if they're interested in an implant, that they actually have the money for it, right? Or they actually have the insurance that you guys provide, or they are planning on moving forward with a cosigner or any of that type of stuff, okay? Those type of conversations should be happening in a phone call long before somebody even comes in. And even if you guys are offering a free consultation, again, that's going to take the time of your team and of your dentist. So please make sure you guys are going through some rigorous pre-qualifications on the phone beforehand. And now I know this is going to set or feel a little bit different with every practice out there, but when we work with practices, and maybe this is just one of the luxuries we have because we are not the dentist or the practice themselves, but we are actually a little bit more on the bold or on the poking and prodding side of things, for lack of a better term, inside of those pre-qualification calls. Like we hop on the phone, we're very first, of course, making sure that it is clearly understood that we are here to take care of the patient. We want to get an idea of, what's going on, what kind of pain are they dealing with, that type of stuff. And there's really good questions you can ask inside of that to help gauge interest, to help gauge their immediacy or sense of like, hey, I need to come in right now, right? Like asking basic questions of like, what level is your pain at? 1 to 10, a very, very basic thing, okay? How long have you been dealing with this pain? What types of things have you done to try and remedy the pain? Is this an issue that came up because of, one of these different reasons? Or maybe you're not sure why, right? And then actually asking financial questions, being okay to ask that, okay? And again, every practice is a little bit different. You'll have to kind of figure out the wording that works for you. But especially if it's one of these higher ticket services, helping people to understand from the start, like, hey, this is not a super cheap service, okay? It requires a little bit more investment, but let's take a look at what that would look like. Do you have a general idea of what your credit is right now? Like, oh yeah, my credit's great, it's awesome. Or, I have terrible credit, or, maybe I'm not really sure, right? Just starting to test the waters a little bit to find that out. Do you have an idea of how you're looking to pay for this? Oh yeah, like I have this insurance, right? And that's an easy way to find out, like, okay, they have that insurance. You guys may not take that insurance, or maybe you do, and that insurance covers or helps a little bit, but we've got to figure out something else to supplement. Or, I'm actually thinking about working with my mom or my dad as a cosigner to help me to afford this. Or, honestly, I'm not really sure, like, what resources do you guys have? Like, having those conversations out in the open may feel at times uncomfortable to you, and it might even to them, okay? But the beauty of it is you guys are able to acknowledge the elephant in the room, because I promise those questions, those concerns are going to pop up, and you want them to happen on the phone call, not when they're now in your chair and they've taken a half hour or an hour of your dentist's time, only for you guys to find out that, they were banking on coming in and getting an implant done with Medicaid alone, and you guys don't take Medicaid, okay? Take those questions and make sure they happen ideally in their entirety inside of a phone call, so that then when you do put someone on the schedule, you now know with confidence, like, hey, that person is a really good candidate. And so I'm excited for them to hop on the schedule, to meet with our dentists and hopefully move forward with treatment, okay? It does wonders to not only vet them out to make sure that they are interested, that they're willing, that they have the financial wherewithal, but that they are committed to showing up for that free consultation. One of the challenges that a lot of times we might have with a consultation that is free is that there's no skin in the game for them. There's no real commitment that they have. So when you can have a conversation like that, you can gauge their interest, you can get a wholehearted, honest commitment from them. Like, yes, I'm absolutely going to be there Wednesday at 11. That does wonders to help them to show up and ultimately to move forward as a new patient. Thanks, guys, so much, and I will see you guys in the next one.